I see you found whatever this is. It's not the Fable of the Netch, as I recall it.
Nevertheless, an entertaining read. I quite enjoyed the Netch bosom.
I am occasionally fond of the Netch's levity. However, if you are short on patience... A prank, no doubt. The Netch is known for pranks and tricks. It enjoys wandering invisibly, causing I think it likely the Netch will reveal some sign to you. It delights in showing off its... I hope nothing else has been tampered with. There's already so much wrong in the Scholarium. A vain, jovial, and generous being. It approaches life's solemn moments as an opportunity. It enjoys being the center of attention, its tendrils ever reaching for evermore.
What in Ifre's name? Is that a squirrel? Hey there! I thought you could use some help tracking down the Fable. It seems like this Netch has a very distinct sense of humor. I'm willing to play along for now, if you are. The Netch is a trickster, but it's also proud of its wit. Getting the upper hand with someone like that is simple. Flatter them. I think we do just as they did in the Fable. Here, allow me. Oh, great and glorious Netch! Your cleverness exceeds us! We beseech your aid in finding your true Fable. Guide us to your Netchy bosom. Make our lofty dreams come true! I think it worked. Quick, follow them!
Oh, good heavens! I say! Good heavens, I say! Aha! You found it! The true Fable! Not as good as my version, of course.
Any luck finding the real Fable? Let me look. Here, this part about the river settlement. I bet anything that's Bulmera. Lovely place. There's a big river running through the middle of town.
Something keeps tugging on my robes, like a child playing a game. But no one's there. Let me see. This bit at the end that mentions Azura's coast. I bet it's referring to Sadrith Mora and...
Well, more tricks? Or did you find the real Fable? Of course, I remember it well. Let's see, there was mention of the Zainab.
There are so many awe-inspiring creatures whose shape this luminary might have taken. Indrik, dragon, griffin, and let's see... right at the top here, the Daedric Ruins. I don't know the name, but they're on an island southeast of Voss. If only...
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
Don't panic! We can do this!
I can't wait to take a load off at the inn.
with you, Swit?
I hope you're watching.
Welcome to my little grotto. Drink it in. You found the Netch. I hope I live up to expectations. Behold, my beauty, my splendor. A gift to you, not Ulfsild. You have worked hard to find me. I know why, of course. I always know why. Confirm for me, please. Ulfsild is gone, yes? She said that might happen. I hoped she was mistaken. She often was. Well, no Ulfsild, no problem, not Ulfsild. You have a naturally buoyant spirit, I can tell. This will be an effervescent experience. Let us begin. Let's open the door to my domain and let some of my beauty, my majesty, into the Scholarium. You have such a remarkable way of setting book. I'm supposed to test you. But tests are weighty, not good for floating. I prefer games. Easier to win and just as easy to prove how clever you are. The kind of games that make people feel lighter. Games that show how buoyant life can be. There are many who need anything to take the weight off the shoulders. Health or happiness or even money. Ulfsild tried to explain money to me. You must traverse the land in search of 7 orbs! Only with orbs in hand, when the warrior... Let us see what you make of my little games. The best games are ones that others don't know they're playing. Oh, of course you do not. There was a truly... many things. She had a distinct... How should I know? I only met him once, and he was not. Scribing is buoyancy of the mind. You have your tendrils twisted on that. Ulfsild was the one. Generally, far too dull. So serious. So old. So focused. He means well, but I think over the years he's lost sight. My perfect form does not have eyes, not Ulf.
Thanks for all you're doing to help restore the Scholarium. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. I'd do that West Weald one personally. I know plenty of people who left Valain.
It seems like the Netch has stopped its pranks. If you're going to be fishing in Vvardenfell, make sure you have bait. If you don't have the right bait for the right water...
The Netch acts in good faith. Some have found its attitude. If you decide to head into either the Forgotten Wastes or that other place that I will not attempt to pronounce, be on your guard. The creatures that roam there are more powerful.
Everyone keeps talking about these odd things happening to them. They're saying, oh, the Imperial City. I'm sure I don't need to tell you how dangerous it is there right now. Daedra aren't the only roaming enemy that'll run you through first.
I know that look. You've been tasked with busy work. Watch your back in Vassir-Didanat if you head that way. The place is full of ruffians and cutthroats, stealing a...
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.
Get back, you fetcher!
Keep your weapons sharp and close.
Let's ride!
Spread out and find the source of the breach!
probably should be past that. Don't like your odds.
Most impressive, not Ulfsealed. I will ensure the mortals I have in... I try to stay buoyant. I do. If we are to brush the ground, it should be for good reason. Your cleverness almost reaches that of Ulfsealed, not Ulfsealed. With her portals, you and the knight can soar suspended by your good intentions, not Ulfsealed. The clinic is... Of course! I thought you might have things to... Are you worried I'm going to play a trick on her?
Knight, you have an aptitude for magic. Perhaps you just have not...
The crow
found
has
the
warmed
right
up to me, which is great. But now she wants to start tutoring. Me? Of course. From chasing illusionaries. I suppose when a magical being asks you to help out, you help out. This will be...
Father, I got here as soon as I could. Please, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, my love. He's very weak.
I promise.
Are you a healer with the clinic? Please, we came as soon as we heard. I need my father to know I made the journey. I grew up thinking nothing could kill my father. He was a soldier and later a mercenary. Tough as they come. He expected me to follow in his footsteps. I tried, but it's one thing to hold a sword and another thing to use it. I have the heart of a historian. I don't know. The clinic says he's beyond their help. If I could just speak to him one more...
Elic, Melvina, hello. It must be a surprise to see me.
Nahlia? What are you doing here?
I'll fill you in shortly. We're here to help. A friend, can I have a word? I had no idea Alec's father was even sick. We're old friends, so I'm eager to help however we can. Did the Netch explain how I'm going to help you? Back to... That sounds like the Netch. Apparently you're not the only one being tested here. Alec's father, Yehones, is still alive, but his soul is splintered and drifting across the face of Nirn. Yes. Any other time, I'd be annoyed. Portals are all the guild thinks I'm good for. But this is important. I'll remain here, divine where you're headed next, and open pathways as you go. It gave me some kind of mystical ink that will help us out. That's what the Netch said. Something about the ink snarling my tendrils with the wayward soul.
Nahlia, please. Is there anything you and your friend can do?
I just want him to know I'm here.
One moment, Elic. This ink is... it's working. You're headed to Dragon Bridge. Walk with Magnus.
First mission. My first brush with death. The Reach folk had us on the run. I was so far from home and certain I'd die alone.
This is a fight now.
Everything I had. My wife was at home by herself. She told me she had news for me when I returned. I needed to know what it was.
Enough! How dare you interfere with our plans? You would fall just as easily as the bridge above. The Reach will be victorious! No!
the end, aren't I? Dragon Bridge. My blood warmed the icy water. I should have died that day. Yeah, maybe I did. Mariel, Blackberry Mead, Border Watch, Elic. My life's pride. Elic? Yes. This is where I learned of Elic. Near death. Perhaps that I had to live for my son. I feared I'd never live to meet him. I was just glad.
Loftily done! Nahlia, the next portal, if you please. To Border Watch ruins you go!
The day I thought Elic would join me as a soldier in my new assignment. The day he would break my heart. He was still a little boy when I put that wooden sword in his hands. I'd convinced myself that he would aspire to be like me. That he was a fighter. It was here at Border Watch that I was given commands. Elic had such a love of history. I thought he'd relish. I told him he'd be a failure. That he'd come crawl.
Only one remaining not Ulsealed. Nahlia, a portal to Blight Bogsump, please.
My wife, long gone. My son estranged and beyond my reach. I was alone. Soldier's worst nightmare.
It still reeks of Bright One's poison.
To hurt you, but now I'm going to.
My final venture is a man of the sword. I resigned my station. I saw a shape in the darkness, looming like a storm cloud. It told me of Elic's life, his wife, his work.
Your time. Well done, not Ulsealed. Nahlia will see you back to Suran, when father and son reunite.
This cannot be denied.
Father. It's Elic. I'm here. Just be still. He can hear me. He knows I'm here. My father doesn't have to pass from this world alone. Growing up, he was all I had. Mother passed when I was young. We regretted what we said. I'll try to tell him everything. My time as a historian, meeting my wife, Melvi.
Elic. My life's pride. I'm so sorry. Those things I said to you. I wish I could take it all back.
I know, Dad. I'm sorry I didn't give you the chance to make amends.
Shh, my boy.
What a marvelous game we just played! And you did it without my lithe and stylish tendrils. Even I must admit, I could not have done it better. What a delicious trick! Returning his father just in time. Now you're getting it. The best tricks are the ones nobody sees coming. A twist of fate, a bubble of hope, a glorious... Absolutely. Consider my trial passed. I'll summon up my sigil. My sigil. Use it to amplify the altar and seek to better the world through your scribing. Be sure to thank Nahlia. And don't be a stranger, or I'll find an excuse to start wandering the Scholarium again.
There you are. I just got back myself. Thank you. It means a lot that we could help Elic find some... closure. I'm not sure he would have ever forgiven himself if we hadn't been there today. I wonder if Ulfsild ever faced a personal trial like this when she met the Luminaries the first time. I guess we just have to do what we can when we can and hope for the best. Oh, Magnus, did the Netch teach us a lesson? The Netch acted like it was another trick, but I felt for some time like my magic has stagnated. It was really hard. But it was kind of a joy to really challenge myself. Still think I'll stick to swords and shields, though. I feel the same way. Just look at all the lives you made brighter. The altar is another wing stronger, and we reunited a man and his son for one final day together. The Netch's antics were kind of moving. All because of you, my friend.
Ah, at last! We come to the final wing.